The CCLS Middle School has 2 student teachers this semester. Details coming up. Good morning. This is Delaney O'Brien with the CCLS Morning News. In order to become a teacher, college students must spend time training in an actual classroom. Concordia University in Nebraska has sent 2 of their seniors to gain that experience here at CCLS. David Epperson is with Mr. Heber, and Micah Simic is splitting his time between Mr. Fiala and Mr. Spangler. When he's not at school in Nebraska, Mr. Simic lives with his family in Woodbury, Minnesota. His mom and dad are both church workers. His mom teaches kindergarten at his old elementary school, and his dad works as a DCE at his home church, Woodbury Lutheran. Mr. Simic has a little brother and a fraternal twin. Years after working with middle schoolers and his church's youth group, Mr. Simic decided that middle school education was the job for him. He hopes to be able to teach art, English, or both once he graduates. This is only Mr. Simic's second time in St. Louis, but he is excited to see more of the city. In his free time, Mr. Simic loves to draw, read, and do what he calls nerd stuff. Mr. Simic also has a dog who he loves very much, a black lab Great Dane named Simon. He says he is excited to teach here at CCLS and looks forward to the next 4 weeks he has in St. Louis. Andrea Elsley caught up with Mr. Simic to find out about his experience so far.
Thanks, Delaney. I'm here with Mr. Simic. Mr. Simic, why did you decide to go into Lutheran teaching?
Ever since high school, when I was helping with my middle school youth group, I always loved working with the middle school age group, and I know that this is a really important time for your faith, so I wanted to be around to help answer those questions.
That's a great answer, Mr. Simic. Back to you.
Thanks, Andrea. Let's find out about Mr. Epperson. Mr. Epperson grew up in a small town in Iowa called Panora. His mom and dad, who are both computer programmers, homeschooled him and his 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister, from kindergarten through high school. Mr. Epperson was very involved with the Boy Scouts, so much that his 2 brothers and him all reached the highest rank of Eagle Scout. It was in the Boy Scouts that he found his love for teaching by working at a summer camp and serving as a mentor for 5 after-school Boy Scout troops in Des Moines. Mr. Epperson has been to 18 U.S. states and 3 Chinese provinces, but this is his first time in St. Louis. He enjoys poetry, dancing, singing, automotive repair, camping, running, and hanging out with his baby nephew who was born on March 21st this year. You might get to see Mr. Epperson around Missouri even after he leaves CCLS, since he will be moving to Perryville in June. Holland Hilgendorf caught up with Mr. Epperson to find out about his time at CCLS.
Thanks, Delaney. I'm here with Mr. Epperson. Mr. Epperson, what's the most important part of teaching that you've learned during your time in the classroom?
The most important part I've learned during my time in the classroom is that you really need to have a good relationship with the students. Like, you guys here are just awesome. It's great to be here at CCLS. And when you have that good relationship, people don't want to learn from someone they don't like, right, Holland? So when you have that good relationship, you know, it goes both ways. You guys learn, and I also, when I'm having a tough day, you guys get me through it. And it's just awesome to be able to be here and experience that with you guys. So
that's a great answer. Back to you, Delaney.
Thanks, Holland. We can't wait to see them around the halls of CCLS for the next month. Now it's time for this week's Fast 5.
Are you ready for the Fast 5? I'm here with 6th grader Maya Gerase. Maya, are you ready?
Yes.
First question, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Sausage.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
If you could open a restaurant, what would you name it?
Phalanges.
If you could go hop on a plane right now, where would you go?
Ireland.
What is your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, Savannah. This has been Delaney O'Brien with the CCLS Morning News. Have a great day.